get nothing.
They do. That's right.
You're entertainment.
They the gangbangers. No, you soft, gang. You soft. You soft.
Can you get the
You
film?
soft.
You get the
This ain't
film.
1989.
You get the film. You ain't never ever me up. You ain't never cigarette.
Give me the glass. Move, Chrissy. Chrissy, move. Chrissy.
Come on, y'all. Baby, please, you can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't. No.
If we ain't doing that, let's not do it. If we doing it, let's get it over. I ain't got all day.
Exactly. We're not.
Let me do what I need to do.
We're not doing it.
I ain't got all day for this. I'm gonna take a beat down, let me take it. I'm gonna look good while I can. Let's go. Let's go.
Please.
I'm ready. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere till y'all know. Get off my block then.
You can't do nothing.
Get off my block then. I can do.
You can't do nothing.
Well, Jack, I'm still be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
That's that hustler spirit, man.
That was old with him and what's the name? There's no beef, right? Yeah.
I mean, you know, put it like this. When that happened, you know, we all had it on tape a long time ago, but collectively, it just seemed embarrassing for Harlem. And, you know, for me, family, if we truly are family, should be kept, you know, families fight, but the rest of the world don't need to see that. You know, I didn't think, you know, it didn't look like it went in his favor in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just felt real disrespected that he had brought some people down to even think about doing something to me. And my girl was out there, his girl was out there. But it was like some fights you just don't even be proud of. It's like being your child. So you don't be like, yo, I just spanked my kid. And I'm not saying my child, but you know, I know him young, and it's like to see that version of him is a lot different. Like I said, his name was Jomo before Jim Jones. He became Jim Jones, but I know Jomo. So I'm not saying that's soft or whatever, but I know that version could not beat me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, or at least I had to see. But either way, you know, as a man, somebody comes to your establishment, it'd be like someone coming in here. It was the reason why when I had a barbershop, I would feel any kind of violation in the barbershop was a violation to me. Like, you know, this is my spot. You got to take that up. And if you did something like rob somebody in my spot, now I got to come see you. And that type of stuff would happen. So I'm like, man, I get in so much trouble when I'm outside because I feel like I'd rather go out on my shield and get beat up. I have to get beat up before, especially if it ain't no guns or nothing, before I'm gonna just let somebody straight disrespect me. Or like if somebody goes stick them up, pause like that, I gotta see the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like show me the gun. You know, I'll give it to you, but just show me.
I'm gonna give it to you.
But just show me a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you.
Don't bluff me.
But what he said, make it was in his establishment. Because that just like somebody come to your house.
Well, you know, it was a misunderstanding between Chrissy and my girl about Vampire, Lady Vampire, and you know, it was something that happened the way they spoke to each other. But Chrissy came down first, and we had resolved it because I know Chrissy. You know, I've known her for years, way before Jim. And you know, then he pulled up because he called me, and I kind of like hung up on him because he was popping it. And he was like, "I'm coming to see you." I was like, "I'll be over there." And I didn't really believe that he could ever disrespect me and bring some other people to come hurt me. Wow. I couldn't believe that. It'd be like me telling somebody to punch my uncle in the face. You know what I mean? If I got a problem with my uncle, then I just got to fight my uncle. But I ain't gonna never have no stranger, no one I don't know do that. And I just couldn't believe, because he was like, yo, punch him in his face. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. You know? So, you know, a good thing. It's good that nothing happened, because
for sure.
I'm not gonna say I'm the toughest guy in the world. Like, regardless to whether I would have lost that day or not, eventually I feel like I would have won. So I felt like it wouldn't be good to jeopardize a bunch of people's lives for no reason. You know, like again, a real friend is never gonna send someone else to put themselves in danger. You know, you gonna put yourself in danger before the people you care about. So I was just like, you know, but either way, it wasn't nothing that we was all celebrating. It was like that was back. It was like we can't be the unit that we once was. Like I can't look at my brotherhood the same.
Ayo, what's good, family? Y'all gotta come sit down for this one, cause the internet is on fire right now with some old drama that just got dug up from the grave, and it's more wild than we ever knew. I'm talking about that legendary, explosive beef between a hip-hop mogul and a rap general. We gotta break this all the way down, from the roots to the right now. So picture this, a video is blowing up out of Harlem. Millions of views. It's just some regular dudes, posted up, when they run into a straight-up legend. And I'm not talking about no regular celebrity. They ran into Dame Dash. The God. The architect. The man who, alongside HOV, built Rockefeller from the ground up into an empire. And these fans, they're respectful, they're calm, and they ask him about one thing, that crazy viral clip from years back of him and Jim Jones nose to nose, looking like they were seconds from throwing down. But hold up, we can't just jump to the punchline. We gotta rewind the whole tape. Why are Dame and Jim even beefing? This ain't new. This is some ancient history that just got a gallon of gasoline poured on it. From all the interviews, the stories, the whispers in the industry, Dame and Jim go back. Way back. Dame has said it himself, he knew Jim Jones when Jim was just a youngin' in the game, before Dipset was a worldwide wave. He watched him come up. They was cool. They was in studios together, moving in similar circles. It was a whole different vibe. So what flipped the script? Recently, Jim Jones did an interview where he was going off. He was throwing shots left and right, not just at Dame Dash, but even at his own brother-in-arms, Cameron. That interview was the spark, yo. It set off a chain reaction. Cameron started blasting back on social media. Then 50 Cent, the internet's favorite supervillain, saw the chaos and jumped in the mix just to troll and pour more liquor on the fire. With all this new noise, the internet detectives went digging and resurrected that old footage of the Dame and Jim Street argument, and now the whole world is watching it again with new eyes. Now, back to this new video that's changing the narrative. The beauty of it is the respect. These fans ain't rushed Dame, they ain't scream in his face. They approached him like, "Ayo, Mr. Dash, can we speak on that situation with Jim?" And let me tell you, Dame's response? It wasn't the fiery, defensive boss we used to see. It was real, it was raw, and it was hurt. He got quiet for a second and just laid it all out. He said he was genuinely shocked back then. He kept saying, "This is the kid I knew." He talked about how he knew Jim's girl before Jim did. To him, this was family business. So when that confrontation popped off on the street, it wasn't just some random industry beef to him, it felt like a deep, personal betrayal. A stab in the back from someone you helped, someone you watched grow. That cuts different, fam. That pain lasts. And here's where the story gets grimy. In that old viral clip, it looks like Jim and his whole squad rolled up on Dame. But the street talk, and what Dame kinda hinted at, is that Jim might have been with dudes who were ready to get physical, while Jim himself was maybe posturing without being ready to throw the first punch. And the whole internet is side-eyeing that. The unanimous verdict? If you're gonna step up and start that energy, you gotta be prepared to finish that energy. You can't have your crew do the heavyweight lifting while you just do the talking. That's a bad look for a capo, point blank. It questions the whole code. Dame even said the spot they caught him at felt intentional, like it was a setup to embarrass him in front of his lady, on his own turf. That is some next-level disrespect, yo. Calculated. Even years later, you can see that moment still lives in Dame's head. The disappointment is written all over his face in this new video. It's not even about anger anymore, it's about the principle, the broken trust. And check this calm, reflective Dame ain't a one-time thing. When Jim was dissing him in that recent interview, Dame's response online was measured. He ain't wild out. He's been speaking on principle. And in this convo with these fans, it was like therapy. He finally got to tell his side to people who just wanted to listen, not to twist it. So why is this popping off right now? The craziest part? The dudes in the video say this conversation was never supposed to get out. Somebody tried to hide this tape, probably because it shows a side of the story that makes certain people look questionable. But with 50 Cent trolling, Cam clap pinned back, and the internet in a frenzy, someone went into the vault and leaked this joint. And you know the rule, the internet is forever. Jim Jones gotta be somewhere explaining an old war that just got new ammunition. What can he even say? Let's zoom out. This is more than hip-hop beef. This is a Shakespearean drama in Timbs and bomber jackets. Broken bonds, public humiliation, pride, legacy, it's all on the line. This new video adds the layer we never saw, the human heart behind the mogul. It's about how a single moment of public disrespect can burn a bridge you spent years building. So what's next? That's the billion-dollar question. Is Jim gonna respond? Cam already in the mix. 50 is definitely gonna keep the memes coming. The whole culture is watching to see the next chess move. But one thing's clear, this leaked video just shifted the whole perspective. A 30-second clip of argument shows you the what. But a 10-minute conversation shows you the why. And the why is filled with pain. Alright, I'm turning the mic over to y'all in the comments. Let's get this discussion poppin'. Was Jim dead wrong for how that street confrontation went down years ago? Was it a violation of the code? Does time even heal a wound like that? When trust is shattered in public, can it ever be fixed? How would you move if someone you considered family tried to play you in front of the world? What's the real cost of pride and reputation in this game? Is the drama worth the legacy? Talk to me. Drop all your thoughts below. This story got layers on layers, and I want to hear every single perspective. If you're rocking with this deep dive into the untold stories of hip-hop, show some love, smash that like button. It helps the channel more than you know. And subscribe right now. We going deeper. I got videos coming breaking down more of the most iconic, untold beefs and moments that shaped the culture. No surface stuff. We get to the heart of it. Appreciate y'all for watching. Stay safe, stay wise. I'm out. Peace.